you're watching a stranger kick a ball into a net, and you completely lose your mind. You scream. You leap out of your chair to her. You hug a person you have never met, and maybe you cry a little. Right now, as you hear this, roughly half the planet is doing the exact same thing. Billions of people, all losing it, over a ball. Zoom out far enough, and it might be the strangest thing our entire species does. 22 grown adults chase a single ball around a field, and the whole world stops to watch. Why? Why does this one silly game own humanity like nothing else ever has? The answer isn't really about sport. It's about 100,000 years of instinct hiding inside 90 minutes. Start with the obvious weirdness. Imagine you're an alien watching Earth for the very first time. You'd see a species that built rockets and cured diseases. Genuinely impressive. Then you'd watch that same species paint its face, scream at a glowing screen, and burst into tears because a man on the other side of the planet kicked a sphere 3 centimeters too far. You would have questions. Because on paper, football makes no sense. Nothing is at stake. Nobody eats. Nobody survives. A ball goes in a net or it doesn't. And yet it is the single most popular thing humans have ever done. Bigger than any religion, any war, any king. So the real question isn't why do people enjoy football? It's why is this ancient primate so completely, helplessly obsessed with it? Here's the first clue. Watch a match with the sound off and squint a little. It's a hunt. A small band moves together as one. They chase a target across open ground. They trade silent signals. They corner it. They strike. For about 2 million years, that was your ancestors' entire life. Small groups working as a team, running down prey across the grasslands. Humans are pack hunters. You are built to coordinate, to chase, to trap together. It is written into your bones. And football is that exact instinct, with the danger switched off. The prey is a ball. The kill is a goal. Even the no-hands rule fits. Your feet were the tools that ran the animal into the ground. Football is just the chase, safer than into a game. No wonder it feels so good. Every goal is a tiny, bloodless hunt, ending in the exact way evolution trained you to love. And this is not new. Humans have been doing this for as long as we've had a spare afternoon. 3,000 years ago in China, soldiers played a game called cuju, kicking a ball into a net to stay sharp. FIFA calls it the earliest known form of the game. The Romans had their own rough version. Medieval villages played mob football, where entire towns kicked a ball through the streets, and a broken bone or two was just part of the fun. And in ancient Central America, they played a ball game so deadly serious that sometimes the losers were sacrificed to the gods. Suddenly your nerves during a penalty shootout feel a lot more reasonable. Everywhere humans appeared, in every era, we invented some version of the same thing. Group, ball, goal, glory. That is not a coincidence. That is an instinct surfacing over and over and over. But hunting is only half the story. Because here's the part that really explains the madness. Football isn't just a hunt. Football is war. Safe war. Think about what a match actually is. 2 tribes. Matching colors. A patch of contested ground. Thousands of people roaring for their side to crush the other. Strip away the stadium, and you have just described a battle. A very, very old one. For most of human history, the group you belonged to was everything. Your tribe was your food, your safety, your entire identity. A rival tribe could mean death. So your brain evolved to do one thing with terrifying intensity. Pick a side. Us versus them. And your ancient brain is genuinely bad at telling the difference between my tribe and my team. It uses the same old wiring. The same chemicals. When your team scores, one study found the testosterone of male fans actually spikes, the same way it would after winning a real fight. You didn't do anything. You sat on a couch and ate chips. But your body reacted like your tribe just won a war. And look at what we do around the game. We paint our faces in tribal colors. We sing battle chants in perfect unison. We wave banners and beat drums and gather in our thousands, making ourselves as loud and as frightening as we possibly can. Those aren't quirks of modern sport. Those are war rituals. The exact things your ancestors did before a real battle to bond the group and terrify the enemy. You're not just cheering. You're doing a war dance in a replica shirt. This is why it hurts so much when they lose. It's not really about the points. Somewhere underneath, an ancient part of you feels like your tribe was defeated. Your people. Your side. That's why grown adults sob over a game. Why whole cities celebrate in the streets. Why you'll bond instantly with a total stranger just because they happen to wear your colors. Your brain looked at 11 millionaires you have never met, quietly decided, those are my people, and went to war for them. It is completely irrational. And it is one of the most human things you will ever feel. And it scratches a very old itch. For most of history, being cast out of your group was a death sentence. So belonging doesn't just feel nice. It feels like survival because once it truly was. Football hands you a tribe of millions instantly, no questions asked. Wear the shirt, and you're in. You matter. You belong to something bigger than yourself. Your ancient brain has been quietly starving for exactly that. Because here's the beautiful part. For hundreds of thousands of years, when two tribes clashed over pride and land, people actually died. Football took that ancient, dangerous instinct, the tribe, the battle, the burning need to beat the other side, and it made it safe. Now the tribes wear jerseys. The battle lasts 90 minutes. The territory is a strip of grass. And at the end, almost nobody gets hurt. We took war itself, and we turned it into a game. That feeling in your chest, the passion, the heartbreak, the belonging, is completely real. It is the oldest feeling there is. Football just gave it somewhere safe to go. So the next time you're on your feet, screaming at a screen, hugging a stranger, heart hammering over a ball in a net, do not feel silly about it. You're not being dramatic. You're being human, deeply ancestrally human. That is 100,000 years of hunters and warriors and tribes all roaring through you at once. And this time, nobody has to die for it. It was never really about the ball. It was about us, finding a way to go to war and still come home as friends. Now go check the score. Your tribe needs you.